As spring gets underway, more than half of American adults have received at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. With many communities still experiencing high levels of disease activity, vaccination is our best chance of emerging from the pandemic in the coming months. But how will we know when we're there? I'm Kelly Tyrrell. This is Badger Talks. Today, we're talking about something you undoubtedly have heard about by now: herd immunity. What is it? How will we know if we're there? And can we achieve it at all? Dr. Ajay Sethi is with us. He's director of the Master of Public Health program and associate professor of population health sciences at UW-Madison School of Medicine and Public Health. Dr. Sethi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So first, can you tell us what is herd immunity and what does it actually take to achieve it?
Well, for COVID-19, it starts with a person having immunity that protects them from becoming infected or reinfected with SARS-CoV-2. When enough people in a community have that protective immunity against infection, then the entire community becomes resistant to experiencing COVID-19 outbreaks, and herd immunity is achieved. Essentially, the risk of transmission is eliminated when we have herd immunity. Now, preferably, that protective immunity comes from one of the 3 COVID-19 vaccines. And based on what we know so far, they give people stronger and more reliable immunity than natural infection. Vaccines are also safer for individuals than the experience of COVID-19 illness. Now, also, mass and social distancing prevent outbreaks too. So it's important to recognize that herd immunity is achieved when no outbreaks occur while everyone in a community is behaving normally, like they did before the pandemic.
Thanks, Dr. Sethi. We've heard from many in public health that we need to get to herd immunity in order to achieve a new normal. In practical terms, will we see enough people choose vaccination that will actually reach herd immunity?
Yeah, time will tell whether enough people choose vaccination. And even though the vaccine rollout has gone well, as a state, we are not near the vaccination rates that are needed for COVID transmission to be eliminated. It's difficult to predict how many need to be vaccinated to achieve herd immunity in a population. So people have provided a range of estimates, 60 to 90%, for example. The percentage needed is probably on the higher end of that range. Also, an overall vaccination rate is not the way to look at it. What we want is a high vaccination rate among people at any and every type of gathering or group activity that people do normally. So right now, children under 16 years of age are not eligible for vaccination. And that's 20% of the population, and also why we are seeing so much transmission in Wisconsin right now occurring in school activities and youth sports. Now, we can't achieve herd immunity until children under 16 are vaccinated. And that could happen by the end of the year, but also we need more adults to choose vaccination, and we are a ways off in that regard.
Thanks. So given that we might not actually reach herd immunity at a broad scale soon, how should we be thinking about it? And what does that mean for vaccine efforts in our local communities?
Well, of course, we should continue to encourage anyone who's at high risk for severe COVID to get vaccinated if they haven't already. And in general, anyone who has not yet been vaccinated should consider getting the shot so they don't become unnecessarily sick or worse, and so they protect those around them who are not vaccinated yet or can't be vaccinated at this time at all. Now that everyone 16 and older is eligible to be vaccinated, we should be promoting vaccination to specific groups of people where vaccination rates are lower right now. This helps to make sure that there are fewer opportunities for the virus to keep spreading. And as far as scale, a household in which everyone is over 16 years of age can certainly have herd immunity if everyone is vaccinated. And also, we are much less likely to see outbreaks at a birthday party attended by people from multiple households, again, if everyone is vaccinated. A movie theater or concert, at a workplace or even a dormitory, herd immunity can be attained if most everyone in those environments is vaccinated.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sethi. You have been and continue to be a really great source of information and wisdom through this pandemic.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
If you have questions for us or topic suggestions, or want to comment on this Badger Talk, send us an email at covid19update@uc.wisc.edu. And for more info, you can go to covid19.impact.wisc.edu. This is Badger Talks.